Okay, so after last night, I've decided to leave Drumheller. I'm going to be going to Bragg Creek, actually, to meet a gentleman. There's a dog there. Oh, okay, there's the owner. I was like, there's a random dog in the street. To meet a gentleman. I applied for a job at a campground. It's not very, but kind of far from where I'd like. But he sounds like a really nice gentleman. So I'm gonna go meet him, and hopefully be able to work something out in terms of where I can stay this summer. I really wanted to stay near Canmore. That's proving extremely difficult. So I think I'm going to kind of bite my tongue a little bit and do what I have to do in order to make money this summer, and stay somewhat close to where I want to be. I'm trying to think of the logistics of everything. It's just the gas that is my main concern. I don't want to spend more money for being at a job rather than what I'm making. And that happened to me last summer because I was so far away from town that every single time I had to get groceries, it was like an hour and a half one way away. And driving something like this, big rig, I'm not making really any profit when I have to drive that far. And I do want to see the YouTube thing through. I do enjoy making videos. A lot of people have actually subscribed within the last month, which is not overwhelming yet, because it hasn't been too many, but it's been enough to go, you know what, maybe this thing is kind of working out. And the last thing I want to do is give up the potential for me to be able to share my experience with more and more people, just for a job. I mean, you kind of got to do what you have to, but at the same time, like I said, I don't want to give up potentially something great, just for something that's temporary. So sorry, I just need to make sure I'm gonna fit in this parking lot before I park here. Maybe I'll just park beside this this other guy with the trailer. Okay, we're gonna go inside. I need to go get some pet food for Nova, and then I'll come out and touch base again. Okay, we got some gas, we got doggy food. So yeah, we're gonna be heading over there, and hopefully something comes out of it. Not really too sure what I'm gonna do if something kind of doesn't fall into my lap per se. I've been applying to jobs, so it's not really about like, hey Christina, go out and like do something. It's about kind of having something just work out for once in my life, because it never really seems to. It just doesn't. I don't care if that's depressing, and I don't care if everyone looks at me and like, it seems to be going well. Yeah. But even if I can work out something where I work in exchange for stay, or I work with less hours, because some of you know, to the new followers and subscribers that I have, I lost my last dog, Leaf, back in September. And one of the things I always used to tell him is, just wait till we're in the van, just wait till we're in the van, just wait till summer, just wait till summer. It was always waiting to give him a good life. And I say that because when I'm working full time, I'm not able to put in as much as I'd like to with my animals. And after he passed away, with only getting a year in the van with him, and majority of that time I was working, I was leaving him alone, I was in a relationship that took like majority of my time. I'll be honest, I didn't neglect him, like I still gave him the basic needs, but I didn't give him what I wanted to. And when I got Nova and when I got Rain, I told myself that I won't let that happen again. And no amount of money, sorry, no amount of money would have been worth kind of how I treated him in the last little bit. And I did it for minimum wage. So that's a big regret of mine, of just not giving him the life that I kept promising him, not getting a chance to give him that life. And I won't do that again. I'm not gonna do that again with Nova and Rain. They come first, and as long as I'm able to afford their food, then they're my priority, as it should be. Because they're kind of my reason to live. So I might as well treat them as such. So yeah, that's kind of how I'm going into certain situations, is I don't want to work 10 hours a day. I don't want to work 8 hours a day. I want something where I can bring Nova on hikes constantly, and he can go outside and he can play outside and have a relaxing life where he's not just sitting in the van alone 24/7. That's just not what I got him for. And I know I need to make money, but yeah, just he's my priority. I mean, the cat's a little more, lenient. You can kind of do a little bit more. They sleep a lot, but now seeing how much she likes it outside, that's just the life that I have to give them. Because I regretted it with Leaf, not being able to do that for him, and that's something that will stick with me forever. That feeling, I will never forgive myself for putting other things before him, and I'm not going to let that happen again. Good morning from Medicine Hat, Alberta. If you're wondering, Christina, why aren't you at the mountains anymore? That was rude. Honestly, as a 33-foot long rig, it's very hard to find parking. Van life has seemed to drop down drastically in the past few years, and unless you have all-wheel drive and a stealth vehicle, it's quite hard to park on the west coast, not to mention the amount of rain. But like I said, I left Vancouver Island to go to the mountains. I couldn't find the right job, and I mean, if there was parking that wasn't $60 a night that I could park at, and then work a part-time job and be able to go hiking all day, every day, aside from work, obviously, then that'd be great, but I couldn't find it. And that's okay. That's just van life. That's just waking up every day and kind of going, you know what, it didn't work out here, we're gonna go somewhere else. So my plan right now is I'm, well, first gonna go get gas, and then I need to go get water. I need to go fill up my water jug. I'm hoping that there's like a Canadian Tire that has a water dispenser here. I think there is. I think the one, I've traveled this route from Ontario to, well, Vancouver Island, but I'm in Alberta now, twice already. I've never gone the opposite way, like back home, back to Ontario. So it's gonna be fun, but I know pretty much all of the stops, I'll probably be staying at the same stops that I did when I come this way, because that's just kind of how far I can travel in a day before I get tired. I woke up at like 6 a.m. today and then tried to go back to bed. Wasn't happening because the sun was out and ready for us and kind of forced me to wake up. So yeah, we're gonna go get gas. I need to go fill up my water jug, which is gonna be really heavy. I'm not excited to carry it. And then we are gonna start heading towards Ontario. Plan for the summer is I'm gonna stay in Ontario for about a month, see my family, see some friends, go out for some sushi, some all-you-can-eat sushi, because being on the West Coast, stuff is expensive. The sushi is amazing. Like, oh, like, I mean, I'm going to Ontario to eat sushi. Ontario's in the middle of Canada, kind of. Like, the sushi's not as good, but there is all-you-can-eat places. There's really none of that on the West Coast. Everything is kind of high-end or, like, takeout. And you kind of get, like, you just choose what you want, right? I like a different amount of things, like cheese wontons, and which isn't really sushi, but, and then like tuna, and like the butterfish, which is, I'm pretty sure, still tuna or some other type of whatever, but it's white and it's super good, so good. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm gonna go up to the East Coast this summer. I'm also gonna go on a fishing trip with my dad. I won't be posting that because I like to kind of keep that aspect a little bit private. But he's also gonna give me some hand-me-down heirloom fishing supplies. So maybe you guys will see me fishing. I even told him, he's like, oh, I can give you like Uncle Mike's old rod and this and that. And I was like, I can't fish by myself. And he's like, why? And I was like, because I feel bad putting the worms on the hook. Like, I don't want to kill the little wormies. And he's like, just use a lure. And I was like, well, that's big game stuff. And I don't know if I'm ready for big game stuff. I know it's still killing the worms, but my dad used to buy me packs of worms. Like, he would buy some for fishing, and then he'd buy me my own pack, and I would just sit there, like, not putting a hook on, just feeding the fish with the worms when I was younger. I do like fishing. I do like fishing a lot. I always catch and release. I don't eat it. It's funny, I'm talking about sushi, and then I'm like, yeah, fishing, but I don't eat them. I do not like the aspect of fishing for sport. I kind of don't like it just because I don't think anything deserves to get pierced and then thrown back. But I mean, it is kind of fun. I do like fishing. They're cute. And I've always been kind of the person that squeezes things a little too hard, if you know what I'm saying. It's not what I meant. But like, catching it is kind of harmful, but then you're like, oh my god, you're so cute. Okay, bye. Just want a picture of you. But yeah, so we're gonna do some fishing, which will be kind of fun. And then yeah, we're gonna go to the East Coast. I don't think we're gonna take the ferry to Newfoundland. We'll see how much money we have. It is an 8-hour ferry. I got some advice to take it basically at nighttime, so dog and kitty will be sleeping. I won't be able to be in the van with them though for the 8 hours, and that kind of, like, that's a long time. That's the only reason I didn't go with my last dog, Leaf, is because I didn't want to leave him alone in the van. I mean, Nova's a little more behaved than Leaf was. Nova doesn't rip anything up. Knock on wood. Leaf did. Leaf ripped up everything in sight. Leaf ripped up. So that was just a complete no-go. Newfoundland is on my bucket list. It is definitely on my bucket list. I haven't been to the East Coast oh my gosh, before doing van life, but I have been on the East Coast back when I was about 8 years old, 10 years old, for like a couple just family related vacations. So yeah, it'll be new territory for me. I'm excited. I know that van life isn't too big over there quite yet, so I'm hoping that it's not as populated and kind of as dangerous as it was on the West Coast. And I just say dangerous because I'm so sorry about all of the encampments. Like, I just don't trust them. I don't trust drug addicts. I just don't. Sorry. Come at me. I don't care for that opinion. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to kind of go see somewhere new. I'm excited to see some of my old friends again, go for dinner a few times. I have a whole list of food spots that I'm going to not even review because I know they're good, but me and my friend Glenn, shout out Glenn, you'll watch this. I keep saying so much. You guys need to help me get out of that. But Chinese food, tacos from that place, churros, sushi, shawarma, Zets, Lone Star, Nino Diversa Pizza, Earl's, Halo Halo from that Asian supermarket, Pink Bubblegum, Burrito Boys. I have so much written down that I just want to eat again. Just want to eat again. So, yeah. We also got to put my summer tires on. I'm a little nervous for Nova because he is a pitty. But if anyone tries to take him from me, try it, animal control officers. I see you. Yeah, no, if they try and take him from me, that's all I'll say. No, I'd probably just drive to a different province, to be honest. But if they were to like avidly grab him or something, I don't think they would. But nah, he's my life. You don't play with my animals. You don't touch my animals. Even the other day, because this video will probably follow the one from Drumheller, if I say that's not the same as right? But that lady that came up to my van, I love Nova too much to let him out and go do what he wanted to do to her. That was just to protect him, not to protect her. So yeah, I care about my animals a lot. So yeah, we're gonna go get gas. We're gonna go get water. Nova's fed, Rain is fed. They have water in their bowl. I got water in my, whatever it's called, water bottle. Yeah, let's go. I'll touch base throughout. Won't be too exciting. If you guys know from the video of me driving from Vancouver Island to Banff, I drive, I sleep, I drive, I sleep, I drive, I sleep, I get to destination. That's pretty much it. I estimate probably about 8 hours of driving today. I've done 15 before, but that's not something I want to do today on this trip back. I'm excited though to be in Ontario. New opportunities. Never thought I'd see the day where I'd be excited to go back to my hometown. Not gonna lie. But we'll make the best of it. And we'll go from there.